Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Wendy and her Hot Talk panel break down the biggest stories of the week, including the Bill Cosby controversy. And from the hit comedy Brooklyn Nine-Nine, we're getting our laugh on with Chelsea Peretti. Plus, all of today's juiciest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
My co-host, my studio audience. You know, the tickets are free. I want to see you here also. I'm doing great. It's the last free weekend before the holiday season officially kicks off. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Earlier today said to me, happy holiday. I didn't know whether to punch him in the head or wish them that back. It doesn't feel like the holiday season, does it, yet to you? And all you see are those Christmas commercials. Tomorrow, I gotta go in the storage room and figure out where the Christmas tree is. And I'm not gonna put it up this weekend, but my parents arrive on their brooms on Tuesday, and I like to put up our Christmas tree the day after. That's my tradition, and it was a tradition growing up in Jersey. You put up your Christmas tree on Black Friday. You know, while everybody else is out shopping, I like to be at home with a little hot toddy and a comfortable robe and the TV on, and I like just do it by myself and put up the tree. And I don't like a real tree, I like a fake tree. On account of you don't know what the hell kind of squirrel is gonna come out in the middle of the night and kill you. Oh, I have hair. And kill you. Yeah, real trees frighten me. And then who's gonna clean up the pine needles? My Kevins are good, but they're not so helpful around the house. So it's gonna be me. And you know, my back just can't take all that bending up and down. So fake tree. Anyway, happy holiday. Okay. So the streets are saying that Kris Jenner might want to rethink her new boyfriend, Corey Gamble. Well, you know, Corey used to date one of the stars of Atlanta Exes, Cherie Buchanan. Do you watch that show? Do you know who that is? Well, here's Cherie. They dated apparently for 2 or 3 years, and Cherie is now speaking out, warning Kris. Well, here's what she says, and then, you know, I've got an opinion. He's all about power and money and will do whatever it takes to get it. I think he's using her. Kris is not Corey's type physically at all. But with her power and money, Kris could have been Betty White and Corey would still have hit on her. Good luck, but watch out, girl. Now here's my thought. You know, if this young lady was not a reality star herself, then I would say, well, she might have sour grapes, but not so sour. But because she's in search of fame herself, clearly by being on Atlanta Exes, she's probably just pissed that he got with somebody who's more famous than she would probably ever be. Number one. Number two, she might be insulted that he finds a woman like twice her age, twice as sexy. I'm talking about Kris Jenner, you know. And number three, don't worry, dearie. Corey doesn't have a hand in the race. Kris runs anybody in her life, in my mind, you know. Kris decides when the dating will begin, how the sex is going to be, where they're gonna eat dinner, and when Corey is to be dismissed from her life. In my head, Kris is take charge like that, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but yes, we don't need to hear from you. We know that he's using her for fame, but we also know that she will devour him like a viper. And But I do feel like it came up in our Hot Topics meeting, do I feel that Chris will ever get married again? And I said, yeah. No, I think so. You want to know when, though? I think she just turned 59 years old. And once all of her kids abandon her, you read the new issue of the Star magazine. Look, once all of her kids abandon her, you know, once they wisen up and realize that the mom has torn the family apart through little tiny divisive moves, and then the grandchildren she's not allowed to see on a one-on-one because the moms will be all scared that Chris is going to try to poison their minds, and Chris is going to be sitting on her pile of money by herself, looking out the window, and deciding that, you know, I think I want to change my wicked ways, and I really do want real love. I do believe that leopards do sometimes change their spots, at least in the name of real relationships and thinking about the wrongs that they've done earlier in life. So do I think she'll get remarried? Yes. When will it happen? About 10 or 12 years from now, when she's 69 or 72. That's not old. Listen, that's not old these days. There are plenty of very, very sexy 69 and 72-year-olds. Look at that Raquel Welch, along with many others. You know? And at 72 or 70 years old, her version of a younger man will be a hot 55-year-old. And she will be a different woman when she's with him. That's all. So, in conclusion, girl from Atlanta Exes, you don't need to warn us. She needs to be warned. Corey needs to be warned about that woman. That's all. I love the R&B singer Monica. You know, she's been through a whole lot in her life. Do you remember many, many years ago, about 15 or 18 years ago, she had this boyfriend and they went to the cemetery to visit, she was in the car too. They went to visit somebody that he knew, or she knew. And when she got out of the car, he stayed in the car and he shot himself in the head and killed himself. Yeah. So, you know, I've always liked Monica. I think she's a sweet girl, but I also do truly believe that when huge light bulb moments happen in your life, like you witness a suicide, or you survive breast cancer, or you've had miscarriages, I think that somewhere deep inside you, you become a different person. So she has a surprising new job. She's pursuing a career as a nurse. I know. Yeah. Apparently she works the overnight shift when she finishes the recording studio while her 3 children are sleeping, and I guess her NBA Miami Heat husband is on the road hooping or something. Now, my only thing about her pursuing nursing is you have to have a nursing degree to be a nurse, to be able to put the butterfly IV in and take a temperature and use the stethoscope, and like, you can't be an R&B star moonlighting as a nurse. Like, why don't you just stop at candy striping? I was a candy striper. Was anybody else here ever a candy striper? Clap if you are. Yeah, and I think that we're all of a particular age. I might be older than many of you. Do they still have candy stripers? They do? Do they still wear those beautiful white uniforms with the red stripes? They don't? I used to love the uniform. I was a Girl Scout and a candy striper and all that stuff, you know. That stuff looked great on my college resume, so my parents pushed me into every damn thing. Anyway, I think that Monica's heart's in the right place, but like, I wouldn't want Monica to be my nurse. Like, first of all, I know you sing, and I never read that you went to nursing school. And I'm nervous, but you can go down to the gift shop and get me some magazines, because that's what candy stripers do. Do you remember? We would go in and see all the sick people, young, old, and in between. We'd be at the hospital for like 3 hours. We'd turn on the TV. If the remote dropped on the floor, the patients would ring the bell, and we would jump up out of our seats because the doctors and nurses were busy doing things, and we would fluff pillows, and we'd go to the magazine stand downstairs, and we would sit and talk to them and read them stories and just have conversations, just to make sick people feel good. Oh, Monica, your heart's in the right place. But nobody wants Nurse Monica with no nursing degree helping them. And you know I love my magazine, so it's time for Wendy's Got You Covered. Hit it! So, Taylor Swift is on the cover of Cosmo UK. Looking beautiful. And it's been a while that she's been single, and her friends are always eager to set her up with a new man. Well, I get that, but here's what Taylor says. She says, people will say, let me set you up with someone. And I'm just sitting there saying, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not lonely. I'm not looking. They just don't get it. I get it. I get it. Like, sometimes people don't understand. Like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you want to see everybody in relationships. You want to see everybody happy. And sometimes you think that, you know, a person's happiness is defined by, you know, whether they're in a relationship or not. I don't like meddling friends like that. And I'm not one of those people either. Like, I'm the last person who would want to set one of my friends up with anybody that I know, because I'm not going to be there for the collateral damage when they break up or when she cheats on him or whatever. But I really feel like Taylor would have no problem finding anybody that she wants when she's ready, you know, or when she's ready to write new music. And besides, this is the perfect time for her to be single. She's got the #1 album in the world for 3 weeks in a row. There are a lot of men who probably might not be able to schedule, because in order for her to have the #1 album for 4 weeks in a row, she's got to be constantly out of town, like living out of a suitcase, promoting. A lot of times guys don't really understand that. And my last thought on this is, don't take this the wrong way, married people or single people. Don't take this the wrong way, other single people. But I wouldn't want to be set up by one of my single friends. Because here's my thought. If he's so great, then why aren't you with him? Does that make sense? Like, does that make sense? The only people that I would trust to set me up if I was single is a married person, because they don't have dibs on the guy that you're trying to set them up with. But I don't know about you, but you know, like when I was single, I was selfish. If I knew a guy that was worthy of setting him up, I would be setting him up with me, not you. Okay. So that's Cosmo UK. Now, GQ magazine has Dave Chappelle on the cover. I know. It's been a long time since we've seen Dave Chappelle or even talked about him. Remember, Dave walked away from his Comedy Central show back in 2005. And he also walked away with like $50 million because the DVD deal is the thing that brought in most of the money, from what I read. Well, now he's back in front of us. And he's got a bucket list. And here's what he says about his bucket list. I kind of like this. All right? Dave says, for 1 year, I want to do this thing where I guest star on as many television shows as I possibly can. I love television. I'd be a zombie in The Walking Dead, a corpse on CSI. I'd be the first black guy to bleep Olivia Pope on Scandal. Love it. Now, and there was a rumor out there that, you know, when he walked away from us in 2005, that he moved to Africa and became like a weirdo. No, he didn't move to Africa. He moved to this little tiny town in Ohio with a population of 3,500 people, with his wife and his children. And you want to know what? I admire that. I'm going to tell you why. He's openly admitted that he's allergic to show business. In other words, he got into something that he just found, you know, like, oh, these people, this business, the judgment, and so on and so forth. And he walked away and he moved to this little tiny town. How many people can actually say that they do that after they've reached a certain amount of success? I love people who stand in their own truth. And his own truth is that he's not this big showbiz guy. He lives in a little tiny, I bet you there's one grocery store. one gas station, and everyone knows everyone. And that's how he's living. And I dig that. And I also appreciate that he does want to come back in front of us, but he doesn't want to do it on a grand scale. He wants to do like guest starring roles, like touch Hollywood, then fly back to Ohio, then touch it and fly back. I've never met you, Dave Chappelle, but I like that you stand in your own truth. Yeah. And that is Wendy's Got You Covered. So, the other day I was sharing with you that Rob Pattinson, the vampire boy, he's got a new girlfriend, and her name is FKA Twigs, as in formerly known as Twigs. And so he is now, or she is now feeling the downside of dating such a huge star. She's getting death threats. And she's being flooded with racist remarks on social media because they're dating. And like in my Hot Topics meeting, and we have some nice white people here at the show. Let me just say that. Here in the audience, you who watch, but most of all, my Wendy staff is nice white people, and they were all, thank you. And sometimes when you surround yourself by nice people, they tend to feel like the people, everybody was like, wait a minute, we're still dealing with racism? And I was like, oh, you nice white people. Every day that the dear Lord sends, every last black person feels it in some way, shape, or form, including yours truly. It just goes down. I mean, it's sad, but after a while, you know how to defend and deflect it. I'm not shocked by this racism, quite frankly. Especially because people hide behind their computers and they feel as though they can say just anything. Second of all, his Twilight, is that the movie? Twilight? These are the Twi-Hearts then?
Yes.
Okay, the Twi-Hearts. Hards? Twi-Hards? See, we don't have a Twi-Heart in our house. Like our kid doesn't, he's not one of the vampire kids. And I really don't think can we talk race for a moment without everybody scratching? Okay. From what I've observed in society, the vampire thing is not really a black thing. It's more like a other people thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Black people in the audience, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not weird. Please, everybody, please, please, please. It's not weird, but we've always been able to talk honest with race, and I just feel like some of those Twi-Hards, they don't quite get it, and they're probably, first of all, small-minded and upset that he's taking a walk on the swirly side. Well, they will have to get over it. They will have to get over it because that's the way the world is working, and we all just have to get along. And FKA says that their relationship is worth putting up with all the drama. I agree with her, because guess what? I didn't know who Twigs was before this relationship with Rob Patton. I almost called him Rob Van Patten. But I think that's Dick's son, right? Rob Van Patten, he used to date Farrah Fawcett. He was the one on 8 is Enough?
Yeah.
No, Dick.
Dick Van Patten.
The Van Pattens were a dynasty back in the 70s. Oy. Anyway, I didn't know who Twigs was, so this relationship is good for her. It's bringing her into the forefront. Did you guys know who Twigs was? Clap if you knew. So then my staff, not one of you? Isn't that interesting? Well, so my producers informed me that she was on Jimmy Fallon the other night. She might not have gotten that Jimmy Fallon slot if she wasn't dating Rob. Now, I understand that she's a big R&B artist or some sort of pop star over across the pond, but that's not here. So this definitely benefits that girl by dating him. And it benefits him too, because we're seeing him not with Kristen Stewart anymore. Like he's kind of moved on with, not that there was anything wrong with Kristen, but he's moved on with his life. So, Twigs, now we know who you are. Put up with it until you can't put up with it anymore. We've got more show for you, everybody. Do you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Because I do. The very funny Chelsea Peretti is here. Plus, more Wendy watchers are going to win big money in our Rainmaker Money Booth. But up next, our Hot Talk panel is here to break down the biggest stories of the week, including the Bill Cosby sex scandal. So get a snack and come on back. All right, it's time to discuss this week's hottest topics in the latest edition of Hot Talk. Joining me today are our friends. It's Billboard Magazine's Joe Levy. It's the host of Just Jenny on Sirius XM, Jenny Hutt. And the presiding judge from Laura Lake's paternity court. Give it up for Lauren Lake. Sorry, Lauren. Okay, let's get started. The Bill Cosby scandal continues. You know, at this point, dozens of women over a dozen women have come forward alleging that they've been raped by the legendary comic. Netflix has dropped his special. NBC has dropped an upcoming sitcom. The Cosby Show will not be airing in reruns. It's been pulled off the air. It's bad. So, Lauren, the question to you is, have we seen the last of Bill Cosby on TV?
I don't think so. I personally, I don't want them to pull the Cosby Show. I grew up on that show. I think the spirit of that show is still something that is positive. It was groundbreaking television in the community. It showed African-American families in ways. For me growing up, it reminded me of my family. I still want to share that programming with my son. And I hope for just for our future generations that they get to see at least that show. I really love it.
Yeah. Joe?
Well, I gotta say, you know, I'm in the music industry. I'm well familiar with the fact that great entertainment can be made by people who I wouldn't want around my mom or my sister. But that said, nobody pretends that R. Kelly's music is an educational vehicle or a model for living your life. And the Cosby Show did appear that way. It was presented that way, and everything he's done has been presented that way, really. Going back to the Fat Albert cartoons. And so now all of that, as we're talking about this, it feels different. So we're not going to see that on TV for a minute, and we may not see it again because we may never really know the answer to what has happened.
But he wasn't the only person on the show. There's an ensemble cast of talented, brilliant
but Heavy is the head.
people.
And yet it's not
I
He's
know
the crown of the show.
However, I just feel like the spirit of the show is still something positive.
I don't.
I do.
I think that the show is positive, but I think that you can never watch the show the same way.
No.
I feel like, you know, Dr. Cosby has not spoken out about this. He needs to say something, although I don't know what he's going to say. I don't think that this is the last of that show being on TV. I do think it might return in about 10 or 15 years. Jenny, you say what?
Well, I say he's got to say something.
But what's he going to say? Because I was thinking about that too.
What's he going to say? How about, I didn't do it? And why, Wendy, why has nobody, it seems, come out in his defense? Why haven't there been a slew of women saying, what? Bill? Never.
Yeah.
Look, I have worked with him, and I will say, and Raven Simone has said, it was nothing but professional. For me, it was nothing but professional. I will say that. But that doesn't in any way, in any way negate others' allegations just because you had nothing but a professional experience. That's why probably people are out saying it is through the moon. And the fact that there were never any charges filed, we're dealing with situations where, honestly, it's very difficult.
Lauren.
What do you mean?
Sometimes people who have, and again, we don't know
but Jenny,
anything.
You're a lawyer. You know his whole team is telling him don't say a word.
But yes.
Okay. That's why he's not talking. I'm not defending. It's not about that. It's about being honest about the reason why. You know why he's not talking.
Sometimes women don't report.
Can I get you a gavel?
Sometimes women don't. They feel like they can't. Women. There are women who feel like they can't speak out when this happens to them.
We're not talking about the women. The women have got the floor. We're listening to all the women. We are, and we're hearing their allegations. You asked, why isn't he talking?
But he could have at least said, I have not done this, regardless of what his lawyers want him to do. Hold on, you guys. This week, the AP released a video from November 6th, as in a couple of weeks ago, interviewing Mr. Cosby at the Smithsonian, where he and his wife were there to donate art. But you can imagine the distraction of this whole sexual allegation. Take a look at this, notice the body language, and just hear everything that he says. Go.
With the persona that people know about Bill Cosby, should they believe anything differently about what...
There is no comment about that. Now, can I get something from you?
What's that?
That none of that will be shown. And we thought, by the way, because it was AP, that it wouldn't be necessary to go over that question with you. And I think you need to get on the phone with his
I will. Yeah.
person immediately.
Okay.
Poor Camille.
Oof.
Yep.
His wife. Joe, what do you say?
You know, there was a similar moment on National Public Radio where he was asked about the same things,
Yes.
and there's just dead silence, and the interviewer says,
He's
you were
shaking.
being silent, you're shaking your head no, because he won't say anything. I don't know what he can say. I don't know what he can do in that situation. That's an embarrassing piece of footage. It's embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
And
Like Wendy said, for his wife. If you want to
awful.
get me
And his
alone and
daughters.
try to take me to the carpet,
Well.
tell me to step outside, get me alone, ask me what you need to ask me.
But it-
right then in that moment when you're sitting with your wife,
In all fairness, that was a reporter from the AP. That was his job. He would have probably lost his job if he didn't ask the question.
what my point is again, as you say, why not say something? When you're sitting there with your wife in that moment, she thinks she's
Why
there
didn't
to
the
talk
wife
about
say something?
art.
Right,
and she didn't
Wendy.
say.
She should have said
She
it.
said nothing.
She should have said,
No,
my
she
husband
didn't.
would never.
This
Again,
Something.
Probably.
something. She said nothing. Nobody said anything. And this story is just, you know, some people equate this with maybe a scandal like Woody Allen or something like that. But I don't, because Woody Allen is not the face of his
Right.
projects. He's the guy in the back. He's not, you know, entertaining us with a solid American Family and Rudy and all the kids
not
running around the
America's
house.
dad.
He doesn't have Little Bill and the Cosby Show and Fat Albert and stuff. It's America's dad.
Different.
Different.
He's a weirdo.
Well,
And he went on trial. And he did go on trial. There was a trial. I mean, the charges resurfaced, and there is an ongoing question as to what did or didn't happen, but he went on trial.
Well, it seems as though this is not going to go away anytime soon. So, you know, we'll keep you posted. In the meantime, there is a new series called Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. And it's going to be on cable, and it's causing a lot of controversy because the ads are being banned already, although I pass 3 of them on my way to work every morning, in New York and Los Angeles and whatnot. Take a look at the ad and tell me what you think about this picture. Okay? I love it. I love it. Joe, what do you think of that ad?
I think the ad is good. There are shows on Bravo I'd like to see banned, but I don't want to see that ad banned.
No, she had her middle finger up.
I
think you
drove
see-
past this the other day, and I had a chuckle. Like,
It's
it
the
really
reason-
gave me a belly laugh because at first glance you go, does she have her middle finger up? And you go, oh, it's her ring
Right.
finger. And I said, fantastic.
And look, go F yourself, but the F is for fine.
Yes.
Go
Well,
go
yes.
find yourself.
Here's
I
the thing
thought
that
it
I
was
think.
genius.
They're going to ban this in the subways. There are far worse things that real
yeah.
people are doing on the subway.
Yeah,
Ban that.
I know. Seems like a good show worth watching, and it's
I
already
liked
got us
it.
talking. It's going to be a series. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
And happy weekend. For more information about my fabulous panelists, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, funny girl Chelsea Peretti is here. So, our next guest is very funny on the hit show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she keeps us laughing in her new stand-up special. It's called Chelsea Peretti, one of the greats. Take a look.
Motorcycles are very silly to me. Like, I feel like, why not just unzip your pants and pull your out and then just walk around town just banging pots and pans, just like... Like, that's a DIY motorcycle.
Please welcome Chelsea Peretti.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was a good hug.
I love you so much. I'm such a fan. I lived here for so many years and listened to you every day. 2 to 6, you're a hero.
Thanks, Chelsea. I appreciate it. I love this laser cut leather number that you have on.
Thank you.
And if you keep your feet exactly where they are,
okay,
I
yes.
love your shoes. Can I touch them? The texture.
Please do.
Beautiful.
Oh.
They're like brushed suede. You can't see through the shoe cam, but they're like
Wait,
nappy.
hold on. How do
You know
I
what
get it so you can
Yeah.
see the heel is cool too?
And the heel is cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It didn't look cute up here, but at least, you know.
No, it all works and it matches your beautiful blue eyes.
Thank you, Wendy.
Congratulations on all your success, the Golden Globes of the show,
Thank you.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Likewise.
Thank you. Do each of you get a Golden Globe?
We get nothing.
I mean, you don't have like a statue?
No, they were asking me backstage. No, we didn't get, I got a framed photograph.
Oh. Well, so is
You
this
know how Hollywood is.
No, I don't. I'm from Jersey. Look, is this your first major role, Chelsea Peretti? Because I don't recall seeing you doing anything else.
Yeah, I didn't. This is my first network, big shot that I've gotten. So I'm really grateful. And this is so surreal. Like, I still can't believe this is my life.
Oh, Chelsea. So listen, and now you started out doing stand-up?
I did. I started doing stand-up, started here in New York. And then I moved to LA to write for Sarah Silverman, and then went from there.
See, I don't know her, but in my head, she's a good girl.
Oh, I thought you were going to say friend in your head, but...
No, because I don't know her like that. No, because she's part of the cool clique.
Yes.
We probably couldn't be friends because she's cool.
You're cool.
But I like her.
Yeah. She's a good person. She really is. And I think you are, too. I think you're cool, too.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you.
Come on. You're the coolest.
So I heard that you now have an alias, like for cars and hotels and stuff. Now, if you say it, then you can't use it anymore. You have to find a new one. But what's your alias?
That's fine. I created an alias that was very stupid because it was another famous person. I chose Anita Baker. Big fan. But yeah, I chose Anita Baker, and I didn't really think it out that would just create a lot of problems. So there would be someone, like a car service, to take me to some event, and they would be looking for Anita Baker, like, so excited, like her biggest fan.
A middle-aged black lady,
yes.
They see a young white girl.
And they see me, they're like, oh, what is this? Like, this one guy was hiding his sign, trying to be demure, and he was like a huge Anita Baker fan. He had her playing in the car. Like, he wanted to show her how much he loved her. I was like, oh. And he told me, like, I'm sorry, I have to tell you, like, I was waiting for the songstress, the legend, Anita Baker. And he's like, my wife and I are huge fans. I don't get excited about any celebrities but Anita Baker.
Well, did you tell him that you're only on one of the biggest sitcoms on TV ever?
No.
So now, Andy Samberg and you were childhood friends.
Yes.
Now, did you maintain that friendship all along?
Well, I need to say, like, we weren't fully childhood friends. I had a huge crush on him, and I used to...
Is that you guys in the station wagon?
That's us. That was our 6th grade graduation, Wendy, and as you can see, he has a very festive sweatshirt on with a leather detail. We've always loved leather, both of us.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I had a huge crush. I'd call his house, hang up all the time on his mom in the days of landlines.
Yes.
So.
Well, now you have love in real life. You do have a boyfriend.
Yes, I do.
And I recognized him when I saw the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, her boyfriend's Jordan Peele.
Yes.
From Key and Peele on Comedy Central.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
And so you're down with the brown, down with the swirl. How long have you guys been dating?
About 1.5 years, yeah. We live together, we have a dog. It feels like a done deal, but I don't want to say that and then it backfires, you know?
Did you buy the dog or rescue it together, or it was your dog first?
We did, yeah.
Together?
Yeah. He was out of town, but I was sending him photos and videos, and then we made the call.
I don't want you to break up, but now if you break up, now who gets to keep the dog? I know you've thought about it.
I do, I have to.
Are you sure he's not going to fight you? You know, Nick Cannon is fighting Mariah Carey for dog custody.
Really?
Yes.
You know he's on our show this season, Nick Cannon, so I've gotten to meet him, and I'm like, I can't ask him anything that I want to. I want to be like, so...
What would you want to ask?
Just about Mariah, like, you know, what she's like on a date. What does she eat for breakfast? You know?
Champagne.
Like,
according to what we read.
Oh, so she's like all of us.
Now you're also on the set with our friend Terry Crews.
Yes.
So here's my thing about Terry. Terry knows how to move his pecs, and Terry is a nice-looking guy, and, you know, when you hug him, all you feel are muscles and stuff.
Yes.
But when I saw Terry for Sexiest on the People magazine, And the look that he's giving us.
And out of 206.
Like, he's a good-looking guy, but he's trying to give us stone-faced Terry as opposed to the goofy, funny guy that we know.
I like that he's giving a little more shoulder than that shirt would have accommodated. He's saying, ladies, this little millimeter's for you.
He's so fun. He's fun on the set. I know he is.
He's fun, but Terry also has a dark side, which I love. You know, I'm drawn to darkness, and he'll tell these...
Obviously.
Well, wait, what?
I've never seen a dark side of him. Tell me about this.
He'll just talk about growing up in Flint, you know, and like, you know, he has a book out. I've been reading it.
Yeah.
You know, he's had some hard times, Terry. So
Yeah.
he'll tell you something really tragic, and then it's like action, and you're like, trying to be funny through the tears.
Well, look, I heard that you have a little, we saw your Instagram. You have just a little thing for Beyonce.
Who doesn't?
And you superimposed your face on a lot of Beyonce pictures. And I want you to know that we made a special gift for you. It's right here to your right. Now, look, all right, now look at the other side of it, though. Michael Lee's gonna turn it around. Chelsea, it was so lovely to meet you. Don't be a stranger.
I will.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Chelsea Peretti, everybody. Don't forget to check out her stand-up comedy special. It's called Chelsea Peretti, One of the Greats. It's on Netflix now. Still ahead, Wendy Watcher's gonna have a chance to jump in our rain-making money booth. But up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Ask Wendy. Everyone have a seat, except for you. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
How can I help?
So I've been dating this guy for 3 months, and he wants us to exchange Christmas gifts. I don't know. He asked me what I want, and I don't know what to tell him because I want an expensive handbag, but I don't think that's appropriate. So what should I tell him, Wendy?
It's totally not appropriate. You have to buy that handbag on your own or wait for dating him for another 9 months.
9 months?
That's right. Yes, yes. But I'll tell you what you can ask. You know,
please.
A lot of the girls these days, and I happen to be a fan of bag charms. Those are those cute tchotchkes that you hang outside of your bag.
Yes.
Like, for instance, if you want a Louis Vuitton bag, you buy that bag on your own.
Right.
But have him give you a bag charm. A bag charm can be as much as $3 and $4. I mean, you know, they're not cheap. But at least you're not asking him for a $2,500 or $2,800 handbag.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Very
All right,
well.
thank you.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Christine. How you doing?
Hi, Christine.
The Christmas season is upon us, and I always host Christmas, but this year I really don't want to do it. Every year I do the cooking, the cleaning. My family shows up 2-3 hours late, but I don't want to break the tradition.
Okay.
What should I do?
I think you should do it one more year.
One more year?
You know why? Because like I was saying at the top of the show, it's now the holiday season and people are planning and it's a little late for you to back out. Have it this year and then announce to everybody that you're not having it next year.
Right,
and remind them that you're not having it again in April, just so that, you know, so that they're prepared.
So they get it.
Right, but yeah, have it, just grin and bear it.
Alrighty.
All right, good luck, Christine, and happy holiday. Up next, everybody, an audience member is gonna go into our Rainmaker Money booth. Don't go away. I'm competitive too, I get it. Look, we're continuing to make it rain big money here on Wendy. And now it's time for one lucky audience member to step into our Dovember Rainmaker. Say hello to our player, and your name is?
Diane. How you doing, Wendy?
How you doing?
Yes.
And where are you from?
Philadelphia.
And what do you do for a living?
Oh my God, Wendy, I've been working for 26 years for Amtrak. I'm a train operator.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, Diane, put on your safety goggles. We don't want you to get, is that a wig?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it secure?
It's very.
Okay, because it's going to get windy in there. All right, put on your goggles, and John is going to open the door for you. John, open the door for lovely Diane, the train conductor.
No, operator.
What's the difference?
Big difference. Okay, I gotta get my money.
Just get in. Look, Diane, keep your hands above your waist. So grab up here, not down here.
Got
it. 30 seconds on the clock. Diane is also playing for Jacqueline West, who's our viewer at home. How you doing, Jacqueline? And go! Diane, up on the ceiling, up. Diane, don't touch anything on the ground. Secure this money. Come on around here. I think this is the most stuff that we've seen, the money apron. During the commercial, we're going to count the money and find out how much Diane grabbed for herself and Jacqueline. Don't go away. Okay, everybody have a seat, except for you, Diane. Yes! Diane just came out of our November Rainmaker. Diane, you've grabbed the most money of anybody all week. Diane, $1,750. And congratulations to our at-home watcher, Jacqueline, in Washington State, because we're going to send you your check for the same amount. Okay. Oh, we'll be right back. Oh, my God. I'm exhausted. Oh, it's been a day. Listen, on Monday, we've got a full hour of juicy hot topics, plus the American Music Awards are Sunday night. And my friend from the radio, Elvis Duran, is coming here with all the highlights. And we've got a new edition of Trendy at Wendy, where you can get discounts on the season's hottest gifts at unbelievable discounts. I love you for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.